stop talking to deaf people, won't you? What do I mean by that? Well, I used to have this really, really bad habit, and I still do sometimes. Just like some people who are close to you, and you like want to help them out, okay? You gotta help them out, and you feel the need that you gotta do it, okay? And then you tell them something, a good advice that would actually genuinely change their life because you know them and you know this works because it worked for you and when you were in the same position as them. But people don't want to learn. Let me tell you something. Just because you love someone or you like someone doesn't mean that you could change them. People are who they are, okay? Not all of them have a growth mindset, a mindset that requires them to constantly change themselves, reconstruct themselves, find errors, do stuff. Not a lot of people have that ability. And I realized this a lot later than I thought. So I'll be giving out advice to people who would just listen to them and be like, then they do their own thing, you know? It just makes me pissed off. It just genuinely makes me pissed off, you see. So I stopped doing it and I feel a lot better, you know. When I think of giving someone an advice, I would think twice before actually doing it because I'll think, okay, is this person gonna listen to me? If so, will they actually apply it even if they listen to it? Okay, some people just do this. But some people actually listen and they try to do it, but they fail. For people like that, I really appreciate them. Oh my God, I love them so much. I would actually sit there and I would help them change it to their own circumstances. I love helping people, yeah, by the way. I love like doing shit like this for them. I'm like, okay, you want some kind of like mental help? Okay, let me do that for you. And that's so fun to do that. I have a lot of mental problems, but I try fix them every day. I improve every day, and I'm like, I feel great. And you should do. This is a small video. I'm just gonna like make this video to like. This is just a small ass warning for people who like genuinely try to change people. And the reality is you can't. Okay, you just can't. But you can make them realize that. You know, sometimes I would give someone a specific advice. I'll be like, do this, okay? And they won't. And you know, when they later suffer some consequences, I'm gonna be like, haha, see, I told you that happened. And they would like, I did this to someone like multiple times to the point they wouldn't listen, okay? They wouldn't like really try to apply it, but they realized whatever I said was true. And they were like, okay. They would hear my advice and sometimes they would actually apply it. But sometimes they're like, okay, I can't do it, you know, I can't. But what you're saying is right, it's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, obviously it is. Because I know you. I can see the pattern. Please listen to me. Listen to me and change it for the better. And they wouldn't, but I appreciate, you know, like I feel better. I'm like, at least I feel better. They don't feel better. At least I feel better that I actually helped them. I know this sounds fucked up, but genuinely, you know, sometimes I just want to help them, but they don't listen, and this makes me pissed off. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you care about someone too much, you know, but sometimes you just leave them be and like, you know, people gotta learn. You know, people gotta suffer their own karma. You know, sometimes I just think like, okay, maybe like they have to like they are meant to suffer that karma. I'm like, okay, fine, suffer that. You gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I'm not like a great being that could like take off karma. Even God could. You think I could? No, obviously not. Even if you're just God dreaming this reality, we can't. Yeah, we'll leave the really complex topics for later. Okay, this is just a smallest warning video, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Till then.